call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to get us underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Right back to the well. Turning it on. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollack off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollack cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play or play.
Which is illegal, you thought. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Rushes on him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll give it to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row, or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the right. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He stopped at the 15, not enough for the 1st down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. A stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
You see the tight ends nowadays in football, they're just so athletic and they can do so many different things. And right here, this wasn't one of them that we want to brag about. He had a chance to drag across the field and make a catch, but that thing hit him right in the midst, and he just dropped it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Under fire. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Razorbacks will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Working that left side. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. quickly out to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Snagged in the middle, it's Freeman. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls. That guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Hits him in stride of the tag. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll pull it down. Can't get him to the ground. Got room to work. Breaks into the open. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect play to wrap up the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action today. A couple of teams who have had this game circled on the calendar for some time. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard, down 7-0. It's complete to the left. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try and put some points on the board.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards, but if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down, and guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Quick strike complete. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. Spotted at the 28. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. That pass is incomplete.
It's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Going to try to get it himself. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
It's complete. He's inside the 10. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take...
Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Might be looking to run. Got out of trouble and throws. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw for it. Buys a little time. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. 4th down and 13, and the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
There he goes. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like they were ready for that 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
Looking to buy time. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Oh, he's got some space. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The give out of the gun. Past the first down marker and still running. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. This time he's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing right. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He splits the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. fielded in the end zone. It's Hutchinson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going...
Turning it on! They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game started.
Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in a hurry up. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on third. Fakes the grab. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Razorbacks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Into the end zone, and it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Makes a connection. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking them.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's got an open man. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Longhorns! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah,
He uncorks one deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it, basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. Made a defender miss. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts,
smelling the end zone and getting in.
And for a quick update, let's...
Tennessee is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. It feels like they've been singing Rocky Top all day. They're up by 17 over South Carolina. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Hogs send that touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give him right back to him.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Pocket breaking down. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Ready. They feed him again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It'll be third and long. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Quick step and go. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Working that left side now. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. The Razorbacks in the hurry-up.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Looking downfield on first down. Swings it out to the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They just keep firing. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds a tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They want that clock to run. Picks up the first down, still moving. At the 20, he's got space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Into the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Makes the catch down the right side. He's loose down the middle. Past the 10. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
The clear defensive strategy here is not to do whatever it was they did on the first play. They'll try to come up with a stop after giving up a huge gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they can.
Fake the spike, and he wants to throw. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And you got to have that clock in your head, man. You get inside the foul, you better see it and throw it. He does a bad job holding on to the football. The defense makes the sack and puts him in 3rd and long.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Back's got it. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
On to attempt to try. And it's up and good. They are set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
Timeout, Arkansas.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So they'll try to get it going in the right direction this time, 2nd and long from the 19. Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate.